Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out how we can get 6 different Moogle Charms in Final Fantasy 15. For those of you who don't know, the Moogle Charms are the item in this game that give us a 20% experience boost gained per Moogle Charm. So the first one I'm going to show you, you don't even have to enter any dungeon. All you have to do is go to this campsite over here called Lambath Haven, as you can see here on the map, on the way towards the volcano. So once you do rest here, Gladius will ask you if you can help him find some flowers for his sister around this area. So you click OK, and they're just around the corner. It literally marks it off on the map where they are for you, so this is really simple to find. Come up here, as you can see here in the video in the background. Once you have found the flowers, just take them back to Iris, and she will give you the Moogle Charm in return. For me, obviously, Iris is at Cape Kaim, simply because once you finish the game, that's where she resides. But this is what I'm saying about, I'm not sure if this will activate if Iris is still in Lestalum. If it does, you obviously have to take them back to her there, wherever Iris is. So the second one I'm going to show you is probably the one least people know about. All you have to do is go to Altissia and go to the boat stop, the gondolier stop, called Palacino Street Station. To the right of the cafe, you'll notice there's 3 arcade machines like there is in many of the restaurants and cafes throughout the game, but most of them only cost 10 gil to play. The one you can see here on the right hand side is going to cost 10,000 per go to try, so you want to make sure you come prepared with enough money. So what you do need to do is obtain 40 chest reward. For those of you who don't quite know how the pinball works, as you progress through, you get chances at the slot machine, and what you're aiming for is these things will look like pieces of wood, which are actually treasure chests apparently, and as you do get them, they'll add up to the top left, as you can see here on screen. What you need is 40 of them accumulated before you quit game. If you have 40, then all you have to do is quit game, and you will get the Moogle Charm. It doesn't matter what stage you get to or how much score you get or anything like that. Just make sure once you have 40, quit before you go over until 45. Once you have over 45, it will give you a different prize and you'll no longer get your Moogle Charm. So the third one I'm going to show you is all the way over here in Costlemark Tower. This one's quite simple. All you have to remember is to get into this place, it does have to be nighttime. If not, the entrance will be sealed up and you will not be able to get in until nighttime. Follow the path I'm showing you. It's quite straightforward, at least to get the Moogle Charm. After that, if you're actually thinking about completing this dungeon completely, it gets a little bit more complicated, but luckily for us, the Moogle Charm is quite simple. All we need to look out for here is when we get to this room where we can absorb lightning power, clear out the enemies, and you'll notice there's an item on the ground just to the right of the entrance to get in here, and that is going to be our third Moogle Charm. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is in Crestholm Channels. I did a separate video on this, but I'm going to include it here as well, just in case you haven't checked that out. You want to come down the main ladder. When you do get down here, take the tunnel on the right until you get to this cross section where you have to decide whether to follow forwards or go down to the right. You want to slide down this pipeline there is to the right hand side. After you fell down here, you want to turn around 180 degrees and head under this path where we can see underneath the area where we slid down. If we continue this path, we'll find the Moogle Charm just around the corner, as you can see here in the gameplay. The next 2 are both going to be located inside the Daurell Caverns, right here down at the south end of the map. So when we do enter here, we're going to have 2 choices in the first room we encounter. After we clear out the enemies, we can either head left or right at the first fork road. The first way we're going to want to take is heading off to the right and shimmy through this crack we can see in the wall. Once we've done that, just continue forwards until we get to this section where we have to drop down various steps, I suppose you can call them. Very big steps, but still steps, I suppose. And then we have another room with some more enemies in it, which we don't have to take out. We just run past these. Once we do, head on through the next tunnel, and the next room we encounter with a lot of, like, poison ponds or something. At the end, there will be an item on the ground, and that is going to be our 5th Moogle Charm. Now, for the 6th and final Moogle Charm I'm going to show you in this video, we have to go back in from the main entrance here in the first room, just so we don't get lost. And after we defeat the enemies, this time at the fork roads, instead of turning right, we want to turn left, and this time crawl through this hole in the wall. Then when we get to this next room, when we drop down, we're going to see an iron giant, and we want to get up to the vault door, which is the area up here to the right. There's various ways of getting up here. Once we do get access through this hole in the wall, you'll notice there's a vault door. Most of you, I'm guessing, already know how to open these. For those of you who don't, I'll leave an annotation on screen to a very quick video guide of how to get the key to unlock all these vault doors. So if you want, you can quickly go check that video out and then come back here. Once we have made it through the vault door, there'll be continuous rooms that look pretty much the same, full of quite powerful enemies. You can take one wrong turn at some point in here before the Moogle Charm, but the real complications of this area, luckily for us, are after we've already picked up the Moogle Charm. Once you've fought your way through quite a few of these rooms, you eventually find a level 85 Malbadoom. Once you have defeated him, continue another 2 rooms down and you'll eventually come to this area where there's actually a place you can set up camp, and you also notice on the floor there is an item. You've guessed it, that is going to be our 6th and final Moogle Charm. To my knowledge, there's actually one more Moogle Charm in the game, which is inside the secret dungeon, but I'm going to leave that for a separate video, that entire area. I hope you did find this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for more Final Fantasy 15 content, and we'll see you next time.